See what we can do or contribute to make this successful. Yes, there's way too many conventions in the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area in one year. Way too many. And wrestlers pretty much do any convention that has a table. They don't even care if it has to do with wrestling. It can have to do with sex. It can have to do with comic books. It can have to do with wrestling. It can have to do with UFC. It doesn't matter. As long as someone's paying them to be there, they're going to go there. And that also ruins it. Let alone the amount of wrestling conventions there are in general. So let's get to our douchebag of the year award. And that's going to go to Black Cat Events Mike Dickinson. A guy who just absolutely has to be the biggest piece of shit on the planet Earth. And now his claim to fame is that he's trying to get WWE stars to meet. Somehow he has a fan or something of a disabled child that he apparently is trying to arrange to meet John Cena. I don't understand how anybody trusts this guy, how anybody does business with this guy. This guy is the biggest piece of shit on the planet Earth. He has ripped off people left and right just in 2018 alone. 6 Impact girls he screwed out of money. Screwed me out of money. I mean, it's unbelievable. He screwed Jamie Senegal out of money. He screwed James Ellsworth out of money. And this is all the same weekend. He got thrown out of an adult movie convention in LA because I sent them an email explaining to him exactly what he's done in the past couple of years in detail, and they threw him out of that place. And I warned WrestleCade, flat out warned WrestleCade that this guy is a piece of garbage, that he is going to scam somebody, try to do some after party in that area and screw over talent. And what happens? They sell him a table. Well, the plan was there was selling him a table, and he was, for some reason he thought it was a smart move to bring in a former boxer to a wrestling convention. And part of the agreement they had with him, because of the warnings I gave them, that he had to pay everything up front, which I would imagine, why wouldn't you have to pay for your tables up front, especially if you don't know the person? And then what happened? He never paid for his table, never canceled the guest, and people were going to the show, I guess, looking for this guest. Never got refunds. They had to go through Eventbrite once again to get refunds, and once again he blocked everybody involved. And it's unbelievable. Like, why do people continue to do business with this guy? How is this guy not in jail? I don't get it. How is he not in jail? How do you constantly steal money from people and not get locked up for them? I don't get it. It baffles me. It really does. It really baffles me. So maybe we should call somebody. I'm not calling that moron. So we can forget about that. Who can we call and wish a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to? Any suggestions? You can throw me messages on my Facebook page or right here on the Spreaker app. If you go to Spreaker.com/damage_athletics, you can click on our comment, and I'll get the comments while the show is going on. So I don't know, maybe I'll do this during the next commercial break, but let's talk a little bit about some of the shows that we did in 2018 that we like to give a shout out to them for being gracious hosts. Of course, the guys over there at Brian and Tommy at Big Event, we did Big Events number 14 and 15 this past year, bringing them some great talents. We'll get to the talents next. We did Legends of the Ring number 26 in June. WrestleCon in New Orleans, Louisiana. A 3-day event. We did it Friday and Saturday. That was a cool experience. Of course, the brand new convention Chad Minas did, Boardwalk Beatdown. That was it. That was an awesome event. Okay, and he was like one of the guys that, again, that people like love to shit on. That, you know, oh, he's not going to make any money. He's not going to do this. That. First of all, if you're a wrestling fan or you're a promoter who brings in talent, what do you care if he makes money or not? Only thing you should be caring about is having a table and a spot to put your people in and worrying about promoting yourself to get the fans there. Why is everybody so concerned about whether he makes money or not, or how much money he spent on advertising? Because you know what? Nobody has advertised a convention half as much as he did. Period. The guy was an advertising, promoting, marketing beast. And it was a great turnout. If you didn't make money, it's your own fault. Because you didn't promote properly. Because you probably just relied on your personal Facebook page or some rinky-dink Facebook business page that has 30 followers on it. That's all you did was post it once, post a pre-sales link, and called it a day. And if you're rolling out the same people that you roll out in every single convention in New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, then you deserve to lose money because you're not bringing in anything new. Nobody wants to see the same people over and over and over again. Unless they're still on TV. I'd like to say thanks to Warriors of Wrestling in conjunction with Women of Warriors, WrestlePro, Standalone Wrestling, Pro Wrestling After Dark, and of course Pro Wrestling Magic. All companies that we did business with this year, bringing talent, whether it was matches or signings or seminars, whatever it was. Some of the venues that we hit up and did some signings at: Comic Book Jones in Staten Island, S&B Sports Collectibles in Pennsylvania, George's Cards and Collectibles in PA, the Wrestling Universe in Queens, and of course when we did our private elite signing with Emma, we did at the Sheridan Raritan Center in Edison, New Jersey. So we want to thank all those people. Of course, I want to thank my staff who helped me out at every show. Of course, my wife, Jennifer Nasta, Amy Hotchberg, JT John Torrey. We welcome back Nick the Beard Tallarico, who joined us this past November at Big Event. Welcomed him back after his almost 3-year absence. And then helping us out in New Orleans at WrestleCon for 2 days, Indie star Ariella Nix. Thank you very much for all your help. You know, it was a great year. You know, we brought in a lot of talent. We had a lot of fun. And there was a lot of money to be made. You know, and I feel that if, you know, we continue our trend of bringing in not only some of the newer talent, some outstanding independent talent, and some of that obscure talent, the talent that kind of goes ignored because people forget that they're out there. People forget that they haven't done signings in years. You know, that kind of, those kind of signings, you know? I mean, like I said, I've said in posts, it's easy to go out and get the guy or the girl who literally just left WWE or Impact, who just left TV. You know, it's easy to go out there and throw money at them and get them. But, you know, are you able to bring in that independent talent that you know has made a name for themselves all over the United States and have the balls to bring them in and invest in them in hoping to get a return? And then later on, you know, when they wound up on TV, whether they're doing the Mae Young Classic or they're on Impact or WWE Television or ROH, you know, it feels good as a promoter to say, you know what, I noticed that talent You know, when they were a name, but they weren't that kind of name yet. You know, and then we got promoters that like to copy off other people and do what everybody else is doing, which is fine, because the best form of flattery, they say, is imitation. You know, which is great. I don't care if people do things that I do. I don't care if people copy off others. But if you're going to do it, don't brag about how you're the first one. Because that's just nonsense, and I'm going to call you out on it right away. Because it's just bullshit. Don't start off a business decision with a lie. Don't start off a promoting of a talent with a lie. Right? I mean, that's just smart business. Don't twist the truth or change the wording of it to make it seem like you weren't trying to take the claim of fame to something that you didn't create. So the talents that we brought in 2018, I want to thank all of them for being part of the Damage 365 family. Former NXT star Sawyer Fulton, he kicked off our 2018 in flying fashion when we brought him to Comic Book Jones and Pro Wrestling Magic. I mean, we had a great time with Sawyer. He's an awesome guy. If you're not booking him for wrestling, you're nuts, because this guy, for a big man, he's a cruiserweight. He can move around. Of course, former WWE star and star on Total Divas, Emma Tennille Dashwood. Former WWE writer and a member of Impact Wrestling, Jimmy Jacobs. Current Impact star, Tessa Blanchard. Former WWE star, Molly Holly, and WWE Hall of Famer, Alundra Blaze, a.k.a. Medusa. Eric Bischoff, the man behind WCW for all those years during the Monday Night Wars. And then we had an awesome guest list for WrestleCon in New Orleans that included Impact stars Rosemary, Allie, Sienna, Alicia Edwards, Chelsea Green, SoCal Val, former WWE star Rodney Mack, former WWE Women's Champion and a current NWA Women's Champion Jazz, former WWE Women's Champion Rockin' Robin, indie star currently making a name for herself at ROH and now with the NWA, Camilla Kane. Awesome time at WrestleCon. Former Divas Champion Jillian Hall, former ECW legend Raven, ROH star and now the Women of Honor's champion Kelly Klein, former NXT star Abby Lath, also known as Kimber Lee. How about DK? First time ever signing since they left and split up as that faction at Impact Wrestling. Crazy Steve and Abyss, along with Rosemary, bringing together Decay. Yes, we did that. And it was in Atlantic City. And yes, we had a line. So, Chad, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Former 6-time Impact Knockouts Women's Champion Angelina Love. Former WCW and WWE star and current NXT trainer Norman Smiley. The guy hasn't been around in years. We brought him around first time in a decade. This guy had a great time. A lot of fun. Former NXT star Zeta Zhang. Somebody that people were messaging me that thought they were funny with the who, the who's, the who's that. Zeta Zhang had one of the biggest lines that we've ever had with anybody at Big Event in the past 4 years. So what does that tell you? People know her. She's internationally known. She wrestled at NXT. She was on TV. She was in the public eye. She has merchandise. People knew who she was. Zeta Zhang kicked ass Big Event weekend. Of course, we couldn't go a year without hanging out with the Twisted Sisters, Holodead and Thunder Rosa. They're awesome. We had an awesome time with them.